This is Vandergrift, a small town of 5,000 residents nestled in the hills of western Pennsylvania. Vandergrift is proud of its rich history and its hometown atmosphere. The town was designed by Frederick Law Olmsted as a manufacturing town that would be better than the best. Vandergrift is proud of its multinational history, as it was the area's melting pot attracting people from many European countries. Watch and listen as you get a glimpse of life in our hometown of Vandergrift.
Hi, I'm Julia Byers-Martin, Byers Taxi Service in Vandergrift, Pennsylvania. I am third-generation taxi owner. My grandfather started the business in 1929, and then actually before him was my great-grandfather who ran buses in Vandergrift. So I'm fourth-generation transportation in Vandergrift. I'm among a handful of local businesses that have been continuously family operated since the 1920s, early 30s. Other businesses in town are Ferranti Motors and Myers Print Shop, and I know there's a few others. We all love Vandergrift and want to see good things for it, and our business and livelihood has depended on the support of our community, and in turn we do what we can to give back and support our community back. That's why we're reaching out to you in hopes that you will come to Vandergrift and give us a hand. We would all consider it a tremendous blessing and would be forever grateful for whatever you can come and help us with in Vandergrift. Thanks.
My parents have been business people in Vandergrift for over 60-some years. They had a bar and restaurant on Grand Avenue in the early 60s. Then they moved across the street from where we're at to a little diner called the Van Sand, which stood for the Vandergrift Sandwich Shop. Then in '68, urban redevelopment came in and forced us to move across the street to where we're at now. My parents originally thought of moving to Indiana, PA, but were told by the customers that they didn't have that choice, that we should stay in Vandergrift, which thank God we did. I was born and raised within 50 feet of the restaurant here, lived here all my life, and chose not to be anywhere else. My son Chris was born and raised here, and now we have our first grandson Enzo, and our community is just absolutely perfect. Vandergrift's your typical small American town that no one else would want to be anywhere else.
I'm Dave Spillers, one of the business owners in Vandergrift. in a business on Grant Avenue. It's an old historical theater, originally built in the early 1900s. Out front we have a marquee. We've got the big I-beams of the marquee. We've torn the rest of it off, and the front of the building has a bunch of black on it because they had a bunch of access panels to let air into the projectors. Another building in Vandergrift that, you know, local business owners put a lot of money in. I've concentrated on the inside. It's a catering company so that we can make better food, and haven't done much with the front because it gets pretty pricey pretty quick. It's a little bit challenging because it is an older building, so some things make it more difficult because of how things were built back then.
Hi, my name is Vanessa Groholski. I'm the director here at the Vandergrift Public Library. I moved here about 8 years ago. My husband grew up here in this small, cute little town. We've decided to raise our family here, and once I saw this town, I fell in love, and I ended up working here. I have worked as the children's program coordinator, bringing in tons of programming for the families here. And now being the director, we are more engaged with the community and working with the kids and teens in our area. We do have a current teen after hours program. Kids come in and do games, socialize, eat, and watch movies. It's a good way to keep the teens busy and off the street and engaged with meeting the other kids in the local area. We do have children programs offered throughout the year. We do a fun story time in the park up at the gazebo here in town. A lot of families find that it's easy to walk down to their local park and attend that. And we just have a lot of different various holiday programming that we offer. Kids of all ages, from all the way to lap sit, which is the infants, all the way up to school age kids. We love having the families come in here and see the kids' smiling faces. They always love to point out and say, oh, there's Miss Vanessa, or there's Miss Sarah, and we know we're leaving a great impact on them. So we hope you could visit us here at the library, and we love to hopefully meet you guys. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Dan Albert. 38 years ago, my brother Mark and I decided to start a business, and we chose to start it in Vandergrift. Vandergrift is a very special town. I grew up about 5 miles out of town, so I've been here my whole life. Back in the day, Vandergrift was very much like the movie American Graffiti. Thursday nights, you couldn't find a place to stand on the streets because it was so crowded. Nobody causing trouble, just hanging out and having a good time, borrowing Dad's car and just driving circles around town. In recent years, we've seen a little bit of a resurgence. We're trying to recreate ourselves, and the buildings are still here, and they're still beautiful architecture. And they are sorely in need of renovation and upgrading, especially the facades. We have a new not a distillery, but a brewery that's going in up the street. We have a new pizza shop right across the street that's done a remarkable job with their building restoration. So I would say the future for Vandergrift is extremely optimistic, and we have no plans of leaving. As a matter of fact, my brother and I have decided that our business will be handed down to our children, my nephew Zachary and my daughter Autumn. And hopefully they will continue the tradition of good service and for many years to come.
Okay. Hi, my name is Miss Bott, known as Deja. I moved into Vandergrift a few years ago, purchased this beautiful building. I moved here with the hope of a growing community. I'm mainly pleased with the people in town and the hope that we have to grow and to bring out, to be a renewed city, evolving. I've seen that the past 6 years the community have grown. This building has been here for a while now. It also was used for a TV show called Banshee a few years back. They shot a few scenes here in town and in this facility also. And we have great people here, and it's it's a blended community, and it's also rooted with a lot of histories, which I'm learning a lot from the community and the people and the history of this town. We have a lot of activity that's open. We can have outdoor, outing for families. We have a beautiful theater that hosts different shows, and more family oriented, So as a new person in town that would like to prosper in this city, I'm still tempted and holding on to this beautiful property and want to see it grow.
Hi, my name is Joanne Wesolowski, and this is my dog Osito. We are here at Full Circle Furniture and Gifts. Originally, this building was a bustling ladies' clothing store. If you can notice, it has exposed brass ceiling tiles and wall. Today, we are a vital part of a neighborhood that is redefining itself. In this store, we repurpose furniture, we sell original artwork and jewelry. We incorporate a lot of artists regionally, and it gives the community an opportunity to see one-of-a-kind pieces of artwork and furniture and jewelry, and it also gives artisans a place to present their work. We believe that we are a part of a new way of looking at a changing society.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I own Get Dressed Formals in Vandergrift, PA. We would like HGTV to come dress up our town so it sparkles like all the gowns in my store. So the reason I chose Vandergrift Borough is because my children go to Kiski, and I know that it's 33% low income in the area. And there was a great need for these young girls to be able to experience prom shopping and homecoming shopping just like those families that can afford $800 dresses. So I opened Get Dressed Formals in order to help the need in the community and the surrounding communities so every girl can experience what it's like to step up on a runway and see themselves in a beautiful gown and be able to afford that gown. Even though this building has been renovated, when I bought it back in April, I loved the building because of its historic value. It has large baseboards. It has your original radiators. It has a sandstone basement. It has your old-time fireplaces, a sun porch, and it's more like a carriage home where the stagecoaches would come underneath and drop off the passengers because of the overhang. I believe it's the only building in Vandergrift Borough that has a still remaining viable overhang.
Hi, my name is Ashley Campbell. My husband and I were searching for a home to buy as first-time home buyers, and we were just looking at different homes that we liked, and we fell in love with this particular house, and it was in Vandergrift, which I had never heard of before, but we just loved the house so much that we came to the open house, and it was perfect for our family, and we fell in love with the sweet little small town feel. The casino theater and the library and a little diner and walking distance, a local animal rescue, which is really dear to my heart. So I just fell in love with the town, school. I can walk my kid to school, and really fell in love with the town as much as the home. And we really love it here. It's a great place.